Right, so here we are at day 19, mastering astral projection. Today's exercises are just like yesterday's. We're doing entire body relaxation, cloud breathing, the energy body stimulation, the body bouncing, the full body circuit, uh, except for the last thing. We're doing what he's called mind taming after image retention. So the point of this exercise, I believe, is to stimulate one, the third eye, and two, to give you the impression of an energy that you could move toward or move more within. So, you know, there are different varying theories about what happens with astral projection. Are you actually going out, or are you actually going in? It's funny because we tend to think of everything outside of us. However, our energy bodies and our connection to all things actually happen within our consciousness. They happen within our mind. So it actually makes more sense that we're actually moving inwardly. So if your eyes are closed, what images come up? How do you move into those images? And I think that's what the point of this exercise is. He gives two ways to do this: either staring at a candle for 30 seconds and then closing your eyes, and then you have the after image of the candle in your mind's eye, and then he suggests moving into the after image, so letting it envelop you. I've done a bunch of candle gazing, so I decided to do the other technique, which was actually to be placed near an open window. And as you can see from this light on my face, I'm right near an open window that looks out into my backyard. And so I am using the brightness, staring at that for 30 seconds without closing my eyes, and then closing my eyes. And then you get the after image and everything reverses. It's like a inverse light source. So what was light becomes dark, and what was dark becomes light. In this case, you're looking through your eyes, so or eyelids, so everything's reddish. I found that to be a very interesting experience because I have a tree right outside my window, and then beyond that is a group of trees that cut off my view of the sky, except for the very top of it, the trees, where I can see the sky coming through. So there's this variance of dark and light. And what I was able to do from doing this exercise was create the experience that I would focus on the after image and refine the edges of the window itself. And then it's kind of like looking at a negative from, photography, where you can see the dark and light of everything. So you get that same sort of image, and then if you focus hard enough, you can kind of make out what you were seeing when your eyes were open, but in this kind of negative state. And bringing it toward you, it's almost as if you're standing up and moving into it. And I think Robert doesn't say this, but I think the point of the exercise is to get you to move inward or move into something. Because eventually what you need to do is you need to separate your consciousness from the normal waking consciousness that you're in, so you can move into the energy body and move into the body double. So it's also about mind taming, so focusing on what you're seeing rather than letting the mind get distracted, because it's those things that will stop the out-of-body experience. So last night's dream, I've been going to this place in Dreamland for about a year now. It reminds me a lot of Hollywood, on Franklin Boulevard, right at the foothills of the Hollywood Hills. There's a train that runs through there, and I've taken the train a really long distance, actually. I've taken it down canyons all the way to the beach. This time I was up in the hills area. There's a house I've been to. It's up a windy road, and I was near that house, and I was in some sort of public bathroom. Mel was there. Two guys walked in, one of them started washing up, and he looked really, really familiar to me, but it seemed like from a long time ago, and I couldn't place where it was. And we started talking to them because they said we looked familiar as well. And I, so one of them looked at me and said, where were you in 1988? And we thought he was kind of joking because, who would remember that specific year? But when I thought about 1988, it took me a while to figure out where I was in 1988. And then I thought, oh, well, I told them I was doing a lot of art at that time. I actually consider it my dark period. And for some reason, they found that really funny, and they started laughing. But that was the end of the dream. But contemplating the dream, it seems that this place is a part of my body. That's what I'm thinking. Because other times I've had this dream, there's another bathroom involved in it, and usually when a bathroom comes up in a dream, it has something to do with hygiene, cleanliness, or cleaning out something. And so when I think about that, I think about what part of my body needs to be cleared out, or what part of my body-mind complex needs to be cleared out. So this area in my dream is actually very congested. Other dreams I've had, there are lots of people. I mean, it's really busy. There are clubs and bars and people commuting and just like everyday life, but it actually seems a little even more so. And when I have to go home, I'm always going up this really windy road. It's difficult to get to, which could be similar to like the lymphatic system or veins or arteries or something. So I'm going to contemplate that a little bit more because I feel like a little bit closer to having a clue. I might mention that in dreams, a lot of our dreams, what I have found are reflections of what's going on inside of our body, either anatomically or physiologically. So when you have these recurring places in your dreams, often they are places in your body, and your body's telling you something. So either that there's stuck emotion there, or there's discomfort, or you need to do something to promote the health of that area of the body. So anyway, I think that's it.